nights where they find a way, and the guys say maybe the effort or execution wasn't there, but how much of it was what Nashville was doing in your eyes versus anything that the team wasn't doing?
Yeah, a little bit of both. I mean, Nashville, they check very well, and 90% of the time, they won the 50-50 pucks, where we showed a tape this morning of our last game where we won so many pucks when they were up for grabs, where we were winning them. Tonight it was one-sided. I think we're trying, but we just couldn't get to our game completely. But as I've said the past two games, we just try to keep on playing, trying to find our game. I thought Coley made some big saves to keep us there, and that's all we were talking about. We're just one shot away. No matter how the play was being played, we were one shot away, and we found a way at the end.
What's to say about the club with this resiliency and able to come back consistently? This is, they came back against Chicago. You hang tough with Vegas, and to keep having this ability to fight back.
Yeah, I think it's 5 or 6 games we've come back in the third period, and it's for me as a coach, you're always thinking, well, you can lean on that when you're losing at certain games. You can rely on some of the things we've done prior and had some success. So, you know what, there were a lot of minutes that it just was not good for us tonight, and I readily admit that, but I just liked the way they just stayed with it and tried to plug along. You need to get big saves at key times to keep you there. We just kept on talking about just trying to get to our game, trying to play forward. Pull the goalie and find a way. I think it hit Sandy's stick going in, and then Frosty. It's crazy how the league works. That's why you just got to stay with it.
It was a bit of an up and down game again for Scott Lawton, but he gets that goal. Is that important though? Outside of maybe the misread on the goal,
yeah.
The second goal, but to get him on the board, to get going.
Yeah, we'd like to get him scoring a little bit. I'm not sure how many games it was since he scored. Did some good things, on the goal where he leaves the ice. For me, it starts where we lose 3 or 4 battles behind the net, and 3 people, we have them outnumbered, and we still get outworked. That's the biggest part for me. I think Gus Nyquist makes a nice look that he's going to go back to the point with the play. Lots bites on it and leaves the good ice. So it's something he'll learn from. You got to stay in the good ice and wait for the play to be made in front of you, not behind you. But I didn't like what happened prior to that. So learn from it and move by it.
It seemed like there wasn't a lot of folding with the team, though, after giving up the goal that went off Sanheim's skate. It seemed like as much as that happens, and that's not something you want to see, it kind of didn't really collapse the team.
No, and that's the past 3 games. We've gone through some ebbs and flows and momentum swings in games, and it hasn't affected us. And we spent a ton of time in our end tonight. Blocked. I'm not sure what we ended up with blocked shots. We had 22 after 2 periods. It's a pretty good indicator you've been in there quite a bit. So we tried to work through it. When you're struggling as far as the tilt of the ice and not winning battles to go forecheck, you spend some time in, so you got to play defense. And I thought we did a pretty good job of that. When there were breakdowns, I thought Coley made some big saves.